I'm wilting like a summer flower. Typical. Okay. All right. Welcome back to Pregame Show with Andy Lowe. I'm holding my sweat rag because it's hot as shit here. And today we have a good buddy of mine, an old buddy of mine, Coady Coughlin. What's up, Coady? How you doing, dude? Long time no see. I've missed you dearly. Cody's an old buddy of mine from high school back in Central Illinois. We used to do study hall together and smoke a ton of weed. You know, high school shit, right? Pretty much.
Shit.
That sums it up, right? What I miss?
Fucking yeah, just get stoned over at Matt's place and cook dinner.
That's it. Oh yeah. Cody's an incredible chef. Don't think I'm playing with my generals or anything. I have an ice pack in my lap because it's so fucking hot. So we're gonna start off today with some beer, like we always do. What are you drinking, Coady?
I brought two different ones with me. I'm starting off with the classic Bell's Two Hearted.
Okay.
Little classic American IPA, you know.
All right.
Then I wanted to bring some East Coast flavor.
Ooh.
So I got a Narragansett. It's like the Budweiser of the East.
Budweiser.
I believe it's made in I believe it's Rhode Island.
The East, yeah.
Oh, I'm so wrong. That's Rochester, New York.
Close. Budweiser, New York. I'm drinking the Budweiser of St. Louis, which is, I think, Budweiser. So.
Heard of it.
Yeah. So wait. We're gonna chug. Hold on. Do you have a full beer? We got to chug here. I started the episode off with a ding chug race. It's the oldest drinking game in the book, you know?
All I got is a bottle. I'm going to lose this shit.
Oh, you're going to lose. But we're going to get drunker by the end of it. All right? So I'm going to go ding, and then we'll chug. Ready? Ding! Oh, that was close. I don't even know. I was wiping my face, so I'm going to have to go back to the tape. You may have beat me. Ooh,
I don't know. I got
a
little red
That's
there.
what I was trying to avoid. I was running down my chin. I was trying to clean up.
I didn't have a choice with a fucking bottle, man. Fuck that. I probably
Sorry,
should have known
I should have made it more clear. I said 2 glasses, and you brought glass bottles. That is true. I should have specified. But yeah, we chug here. Anyway, so what's your second beer? I missed it. Was that the Allegheny one or the New York one? I mean?
Yeah, so I've never chugged an IPA before. That was interesting.
First on the show as well. I love that. I've never seen chugging IPA.
I was like, I'm gonna start with something classy and then devolve into something shittier. No,
This is one of the most classless shows on the internet. So
yeah, so this is the let's see if I can get the logo there. The Narragansett.
Hell yeah, man. All right, good deal. I've got another Budweiser here in a taller glass. So we'll sip on those. If you're at home, sip along with us. We're just getting into the game. This is the pregame show. I brought Coady on today to catch up and reminisce, but most interestingly, you were in New York when the shit goes down, right? What
Still am at the moment.
You're back in Illinois at the moment, correct?
No, I'm back in New York at the moment.
You're back in New York. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Hell yeah. So walk me through, first of all, what was your job pre-corona?
So out here in New York, I've had a different variety of being either a sous chef or an executive chef at really only 2 restaurants. I was working for one company that's based out of Chicago. I came out here to New York, helped open one place as the sous chef. Then I opened a second place as the executive chef.
Oh,
then
shit.
did a little stint as
That's
the
awesome.
executive chef as the first place, and then I cut ties with the company.
Cut ties. And what did you get? So you moved on with like some investors or something, or somebody who was starting a restaurant, they wanted you, or
No, I was just looking for a different pace of I don't know. It's a really great company to work for, honestly. Like, especially they treat their managers well,
what's
I'll
the
say that.
restaurant, by the way, that you work for now?
Um, well, I'm not working anywhere currently, but I helped open
Right.
for Charles Prime Rib and Au Cheval, New York.
Okay. Hell yeah. That's awesome. And
Yeah,
so, what initially made you up and leave? You went to Illinois for a short period this year.
recently, yeah.
Yeah. What,
Well, it was
what,
earlier in the. I split ties with the company around like.
shut the fuck up. I'll watch.
I want to say I split ties with the company around February, maybe January.
Oh, okay. So you
Um,
left your previous company right at the beginning of this.
yeah, I got really lucky, um, because like I left the company, then I came back and worked like an hourly role just to help them out for a time because like I
Hmm.
didn't leave the company on bad terms.
Yeah.
And I only want to see the places that I helped open be successful. But
Yeah.
I came back in like an hourly role just to help them out for a couple weeks while they were like going through some staffing issues and stuff. And then COVID hit. But
Mm.
because I had to get hired back into the system, I was able to get like unemployment and all this stuff during
Oh,
these COVID times.
nice. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't even describe like how lucky I got when it came to that. But I mean, trying
Played
to
the
get back to
cards
your
right.
question,
Yeah.
I left the company I was trying to look for something else. Like the company was fun. I learned a lot from it, but it was very like corporate. This restaurant
Hmm.
group between Chicago and New York and other locations, they have like 18 to 20 restaurants.
So you're saying you leaving the company, this was completely non-corona related.
The first initial time, no, not
Oh,
corona
okay.
related at all.
That's crazy.
It was just
Okay.
coincidental timing.
Yeah, that's perfect timing. So you went back to Illinois, hung with your fam for a little while. How they doing? Everybody
Everyone's doing
okay?
good. My
Everybody's
dad's
all right?
retired. All he does is fucking smoke bongs all day now. It's ridiculous.
Cody's dad used
Um,
to come bum hitters off of us, and when we couldn't find any weed in the normal Illinois area, we would. I'm pretty sure you knew where his stash was. So it's sneak. Don't let him see this.
oh, he already fucking knows that
He's got
we.
it now. Everybody notices a nug missing from their bag. You count nugs.
I swear my box was a little bit fuller.
Yes, 6% full. So, so yeah, man, I love New York. I've never had a chance to live out there. Um, Probably not anytime soon. But I'm curious, what were some of the best and worst parts of New York pre-pandemic? And then I'm gonna ask the same post-pandemic. What was your favorite things and least favorite things about New York, like last year and before?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm a food guy, so the best thing
Mm-hmm.
is food,
The
in
food
my
is awesome.
opinion. You can think of the most obscure nationality or regional
Yeah,
cuisine, and there's a spot for it somewhere if you feel like traveling far enough. And the best part is, if you feel like traveling far enough for it, all you have to do is jump on a train, and like you
yeah,
can be blocks away from, you know, the most authentic Mexican, the most authentic Indian, which happens to be only like 2 blocks away,
yeah.
or
Oh,
just
that's awesome.
I don't know, like there's a spot down near like Coney Island we like to go to recently that's like Uzbeki Korean food. So you can get these like little like meat dumplings in like a bread meat dumpling, and then also get these cold beef noodles, and then go grab a beer and sit at the beach and eat it. Like it's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. Man, that is so crazy. What a melting pot. There's Becky. I can't even imagine how many combinations there are out there. Once you start like combining cultures into food, oh my God, it's endless.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like really specialized restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
You go to so many places, and we're just discussing this, me and my girlfriend. It's like you go to so many places, like they say they do like Japanese food, but it's so like it's just like sushi and maybe like a soba dish and like
Mm-hmm.
actually Korean food and other things.
Yeah.
But then there's places here in New York that we love going to that are just like straight up Japanese home cooking. And like that's
Ooh.
what they specialize in. And
Yeah.
it's awesome.
That's the ones that kill it. It's a lot like that out here too. There's a lot of restaurants that are like Korean people trying to make like Mexican food, but they also serve sushi. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. But so they don't do any of it really well. It's just like just make Korean food maybe.
It's just like Asian food, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not like
just
it's not
Asian
like
food.
it's not like focused, you know?
Right. Yeah. How many Asian countries are there? There's like 50, aren't there? So Asian food is really a broad term, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had the pleasure of working with a couple people that are from like the Philippines and other things. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been introduced to food that I was not really familiar with. And they like I had a line cook, he was feeling a little homesick one day, so like I researched Filipino food and I learned how to make some Filipino food for him. And it was just like
Oh yeah.
really fun
What
to
did he
learn like
think? Did he
he
spit in
loved
your
it.
face because it wasn't authentic? Oh.
He
It was
loved it,
good.
and then yeah, he gave me a quick jab in the gut, but not really.
Don't do
He
it
actually
again.
he
That's
like
our
helped me.
food.
He like helped me cook it too. He's like giving me pointers. He's like, "Oh well, my grandma would
Yeah.
use a can of Sprite," and I'm like, "Sick! We have that downstairs."
Yeah. Let's get her on FaceTime. She could obviously do this. That's awesome. So so that's best parts of New York pre-pandemic. What were the worst parts?
It's
What
just crowded, man, and it's
it's just too many
dirty.
people. Yeah.
I mean, but New York is set up in a way that it's not designed to. Sorry, that IPA.
Wait, John,
Uh,
yeah.
New
It's a
York is
burpee podcast. People are used to it. Our 11 listeners.
New York obviously is a very old settlement, especially Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's designed in a way to not be successfully clean because it was
Yeah.
built in a time before like, rigid like sanitation standards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my main example, and this actually applies to like New Orleans too, really old town. There's no alleyways.
Yeah.
So where do
Right.
you put your garbage? You put it out on the fucking curb.
Man, that's crazy. I always heard of New York alleys. There's not much of them.
There's
There's
especially in
very few.
Manhattan,
Yeah.
zero.
Oh
Well,
my
not
God.
zero. There's like,
Well, it's like wasted space. They could put
three.
a road there. They just.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
And
man.
it's insane, especially like you go past like say like a hotel or like a luxury high rise and it's
I
garbage day for
just
them.
I just thought of a solution to this. How far are we away from this? I just saw Amazon pushing legislation to have those little autonomous robots that deliver packages to you by themselves. And it's not even a whole car, it's just like a little like dog-sized robot that brings you.
Okay.
Okay, imagine this. We now have a little drone that picks up your trash and just takes it into the atmosphere. Goes into space.
So
How
we're
far
just
away
getting
are we from that?
closer and closer to
Are we
Wall-E
like
being a
are we
real
like
being a real
600 years
world.
from that or like 600 minutes? I'm pretty sure.
If they wanted to invest time and money into it, they could do that in like the
They'll
next
do it,
month.
yeah. Do you think I've seen a lot of people? I just saw that Jerry Seinfeld New York Times article saying, fuck all you old bitches, get out of here." Do you think it's like that, or do you think New York's gonna not bounce back from this?
I don't know, man. New York's in a weird spot. There's actually like not a mass, but like there's a pretty big like exodus happening right now because people just
Yeah.
can't afford their rent, and especially if they're not working.
Well,
You know,
especially if you're like 60 plus and the COVID and shit. It makes sense if you're old and Florida has no tax. It makes sense, but for anybody still trying to do something, write it out, right?
yeah, I mean, if that's what you're into, absolutely. I think New York will always bounce back,
Mm-hmm.
but at the moment, it's and
Just bad.
anytime I speak of anything, I'm coming, directly from the food and
President.
hospitality industry.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm looking at it like through the lens.
He's telling me to say they'll be back. Oh no. What happened? For some reason, I keep thinking I need to bring up Micronesia, but I don't even know what that is or if it's a country. I just remember, based on something you said earlier, bring up Micronesia. So probably not that. Okay. Where were we?
I don't know. Next topic.
Oh yeah, worst parts of New York. You were talking about.
Oh yeah, just dirty, crowded.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we're back. Sorry. Coady touched his AirPod, so it's completely his fault. I'm kidding.
Learned something today.
We'll edit it out. We'll edit this out too. There's a good chance none of it gets edited out. So anyway, worst parts of New York. You're talking about how crowded and just kind of dirty it is. Probably a lot of homeless people, right? That's what it's like here. Just
yeah, absolutely. There's definitely the homeless population.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like
every big city has a homeless population at this point. 10 cities.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I lived in Chicago before this, and like, I don't know. I almost find the homeless crowd in New York to be like sometimes less aggressive than
Agreed. Oh my God.
Other communities I've been to.
I visited Denver, and okay, chill, dude. I visited Denver, and the homeless people in California, nobody's ever, maybe one has come up to my window and like waited, and I'm just like, I got nothing. What do you want? I got nothing. Because, and I'm not even lying, I've got nothing. Okay, this is in a corner of a shack. This looks well done, but you should see the rest of the fucking room. It's bad. And
wait, are you talking about like your house window or your car window?
My car window. Like,
okay.
For instance, at a drive-through or at a gas station.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe one time. I was in Denver for like 3 days and had probably 6 experiences with people just like, come on, man, open up. Come on. It's, Jesus Christ. Really? I'm going to be out here with you next week. I don't have...
That's true. I was in Denver just like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And I had a lady jump out in front of my car, and she's just like, but she wasn't holding a sign or anything. It was like in her mind, she was making a point.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, you'll stop. And it was like,
it was written on her face. Crazy.
I was just trying to go get fucking brunches.
That was your mimosa. Damn. Yeah, no, the homeless is crazy. And also generalizing. It's almost like generalizing a race, being like, all homeless are this way, all homeless are that way. Of course they're not. But damn, certain homeless populations are way more aggressive. Also, Austin. I visited Austin a couple years ago, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And just like, man, they act like you're not going anywhere until you pay what you owe them. It's almost like mafia or something. It's like, I don't have any change. Do you have a Square card reader? I have a card. I'll give you like 60 cents on a card. I don't have any change. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, so that's not New York specific. That's just big city. But
yeah, I mean, so now you'll run into that, but
yeah. Whatever. How long have you been back?
About a week and a half or so. We did a little month stint. You know, me and my girlfriend are both unemployed because we're both in the restaurant industry.
And tell me this, because this is the thing I've been mulling over the most. Did you get out of a place and like put yourself in storage and then move into another place to avoid a month's rent, or did you just pay a month's rent whenever being in that place?
You mean like while we were on vacation or whatever? You're frozen.
Because I could just something, it's like, come home, just come live at home. And, no, they're not, but they're like, you got a place to go. And I'm just like, man, no rent would be great, but where am I going to put all my shit? And what am I going to return to? I'm not going to live with them, forever.
No, we definitely like paid rent, and
Okay. That's the move.
we looked at it as a vacation because
Yeah.
it
So,
was. I mean, we
did
went to
you
the Midwest.
drive or fly?
We flew because
Oh, shit. What was that like?
it was, it's like intense. It's like going
Yeah.
through like
Was it
it's like,
stressful? Oh, my God.
it's way too laxed. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Have you flown at all?
No, I'm too nervous to.
Yeah,
I
I
got out of
probably should be. Is
several weddings because of this coronavirus. I'm not even trying to fly.
that a good
I'm
thing
just,
or a bad
whoop,
thing?
3-point, whoop, swish. I want to feel bad about this, but man, it's working out really well. No,
I would
kid
say
you
like
not.
the airlines are like half-assing it the best they can.
What airline did you fly?
I think we flew almost exclusively United.
United. Okay. And is the middle seat taken up?
In the poor people section, it is.
You flew first class?
No, bullshit. I can't afford that.
Oh, you were in the poor people section. Of
I
course,
was in the
yeah.
poor people section.
Back there with me.
I'm always in the last two rows,
Also, what kind of sick fuck pays $3,000 to fly Southwest or United just towards the front? My God.
Yeah, from a flight from like Chicago to Denver.
Save
Like,
that. It's like
first
how they
class.
talk to us. They're like, hey, maybe if you saved all your Uber money, you could afford a car. It's like, hey, if you saved all those fucking first class tickets, you'd have a private jet, bitch. Yeah, I hate it. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean to get into class warfare. Let's bring this back to race war.
Let's keep it topical.
fuck poverty and rich. Let's talk racial injustice and race fights. Since you have a huge bone in this fight as the son of a sheriff in Minneapolis,
What?
we're gonna edit over this part. That part sticks. He's the son of the sheriff from Minneapolis. This is where this all started with George Floyd. I'll put his Instagram at the bottom. You can. I'm kidding. His dad's a stoner from Illinois. Okay.
My dad was a guidance counselor.
He's not a cop. He's not a cop. But so the most recent thing is the boycotting. Several teams boycotted, and several more teams did not. What do you
Across
think?
multiple sports, right? See?
Yeah, baseball.
I mean, NBA's getting the big press coverage for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's sad that our sports teams are causing more of a social awareness than anything else.
Right. Yeah.
At least in the majority population. I'm also glad that at least they're reaching an audience that maybe the Black Lives Matters. Yeah, the Black Lives Matters movement isn't reaching, because everybody I know is very involved as to the extent that they want to be with the Black Lives Matters movement. Right. That's also the people I've surrounded myself with my entire life. Mm-hmm. So it's not weird for me to I go scrolling through Instagram or whatever any day, and it's just posts about how awful everything is, and it's yeah, that shit's fucked up. This is why we march. Mm-hmm. But there's so many people that I know, probably I could name any maybe cousins, aunts, uncles.
Don't name names.
I could. I'm not going to.
I'm going to go ahead and name 6 names. Leroy, Samantha. Stop.
Calling you out. But no,
man.
At least something might be getting through to people's ears, and it's not.
Yeah.
It sucks that it takes that much.
No, I
Or
think it's solid too. I think the easy argument against is, shut up and dribble. We don't care about your politics. Just play the game. Yeah, okay. But then the hard argument against, which is the one I'm trying to push, is most people don't watch these sports. Just statistically, most people don't. So is not playing the game that effective because the game is going to get rescheduled as far as I understand, correct? Like they're still going to play the
well,
game
especially
just at a
well,
different
especially like
time.
the NBA and stuff, because I'm pretty sure these are like playoff games that they're boycotting
Right.
and stuff.
And this could be extremely impactful. Imagine if the Lakers, when they first posited this idea, when it was like headline news like 48 hours ago, it was NBA playoffs canceled. They're done. Because I was like, holy shit, that's going to change the world. And then it was, no, just these two teams are backing out. And it's like, oh, that's going to make a lot of people upset because then it's going to be like, well, you didn't earn this title. These two teams forfeit. And
Yeah,
then it
these
was, okay, we're not going to forfeit. We're just going to postpone this game. And so it's like, so what have you done here? What actually has been done here that one game was postponed? Or let's say across the MLB and NBA, maybe 14 games were postponed and are now being played this week at a later date. I mean, in terms of racial injustice, I appreciate it, but that's the kind of thing you do as a high school, you know? What cat was that?
I figured one of them would say hi at some point.
What's
But
her name?
this is
Let's get a shout out.
this is Mir
That
this
looks
is
just like
Mirqua.
my cat. Holy shit. Aw.
She's unhappy.
What kind of cat is that? Because I want to know what kind mine is.
According to my girlfriend, I think she looked it up or did her best because cat breeds are so like
Yeah,
hard
you're
to
just rolling the
determine.
dice. I just want somebody to tell me what my cat is.
We think it's a Turkish long hair.
Ah. Ours was found under a house in Savannah, Georgia, so it's probably a Savannah homeless hair.
The old Savannah barn cat. This
It
is
did
the
not
other
come
one.
from Turkey. Ours. Uh-oh, what's this black cat? What's he up to? Or she? I'm
This
not
is
assuming
Kiwi.
anyone's gonna.
They're both sisters.
Ah.
Yeah, what a great segue from
Oh, that's
talking about.
adorable. From racial injustice and me calling the NBA high school league. Let me get back to that just so they don't use that one snippet to cancel me in like 18 months. Once I finally have a viral YouTube video of me with my dick out. I was saying, it's like, I mean, when you don't have any power or any money, all you can do is just not do what you're expected to do. That's striking. That's powerful when done on a large enough scale. Like if all the nurses in America were just like, we're striking until you stop killing black people. All your families are gonna die until that would fuck shit up. But when the NBA, a group of multimillionaires is just like, we're gonna postpone the game. It's like, guys, that's the best you could do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It doesn't feel like nearly enough. If you're gonna make such a big show out of it, is there nowhere you can be like,
Yeah,
donate to this? We're doing a GoFundMe. Each of the players who protested has already donated $1 million fucking dollars. That's 4% of each of our salary. So you got $100 million GoFundMe going. Add on to it. We can get to $1 billion this weekend, and we can lobby Congress with an actual fucking paid lobby to get these laws changed. Doesn't that seem like something that would actually work?
and hopefully it'd be like a domino effect. Somebody did something like that because with the NBA, that we're talking about playoff games and stuff, so that means NFL seasons ramping
Right.
up.
Really
And
threatened.
you want to talk about the audience that, it's the most watched sport in the United States. So if they decide to do something because of it, like a domino effect from the NBA, I mean, hopefully something happens. I hate that,
something like this, almost like an ultimatum. Like, there's no Super Bowl if this GoFundMe doesn't hit 100 million. Did you bet on the Super Bowl? You might want to, I feel like that would get. It's just dollars and cents. This whole thing is just, obviously it's heavy racism, and that's going to take years to suss those people out of the department, if the departments even want to. And it's very clear most of them do not. It's going to become, a bigger problem before it gets solved. Don't you think some sort of money, which is what these people are made of? And I appreciate, they donate to, Cleveland and all that, and where they're from and stuff. But it's like, that doesn't do anything. You know how this rigged shit works. You got to have a lobby who supports your interests, and you have to have money in that lobby, and you can lobby politicians, literally pay them to pass legislation. That's how legislation gets passed. If we want to reform these fucking police departments, there's gonna have to be a lot of money,
Yeah, and it's there.
That's my only frustration. I don't think what they're doing is not, the right thing or not in the right place. I just feel like, God, it just feels like
they could take it so much farther.
It just really feels like, point the spotlight back at us. It's just like, we're doing everything we can, and you're doing basically the bare minimum, which is just not doing your job for a minute.
You're lucky you fucking have one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just got that $1 million job. Shit, I don't know. It's a touchy subject. I genuinely hope it leads to actual social change, and this shit sets a precedent, and we all grow from it, and the world gets better. But,
I did see a thing that because of these NBA playoffs or these strikes, essentially, boycott, I guess is a better word.
No, it is a strike. A boycott is not buying a service, and then a strike is just like not performing your duties at a job because you don't believe in something.
But I did see that, for example, like the Milwaukee Bucks, where they play, the stadium they play in, and I believe others are going to turn into voting, like places for people to vote come November. So if they're trying to starve, especially like urban populations, of voting booths, they're creating voting booths in these giant stadiums.
That's a great move.
It's not like you're saying, and on the surface it seems great, but you make a good point that there could be so much more. They have so much more influence than they think they do.
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping so bad. I think it could have a ton of influence, but at the same time, these fucking baby fucking Trump voters that you gotta, want my basketball, it's just such a, like, goddamn, I get why they're dialing it back. It's, both sides are so fucking annoying, but one side
I was in Trump country on my vacation.
It
was a trip, like, man.
Central.
There wasn't any overtly, obviously there's nothing racist or anything being thrown at me. But my parents live in Danvers, Illinois, which is a suburb of Bloomington Normal.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple thousand people. Right. Town consists of a gas station and 2 bars.
Right. No, I lived in Hudson, which is legally a village. And it's a gas station and no bars. And it was...
I thought they had one. Oh, well.
No, they don't. They have a library, a very small library.
Where they drink. No.
Where they drink, yeah. See, I used to go in high school. No, my God. I came from suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, and that bus ride to school from Hudson, Illinois was the most racist shit to this day I've ever dealt with. It's
really
fucking dark. Yeah. Yeah, the Midwest or the what is that? Mid East? What even is that? The Middle East? It's
It's definitely
pretty
the
much
Midwest.
uh, they get away with murder in terms of not being racist.
I mean, we'd be sitting out on my parents' porch and just see these trucks and golf carts go by, just waving their Trump flag, super proud, just right down the street. And the most ironic one was I saw this big old souped up, high rise of a fucking truck with on the left side a big ass Trump flag, and on the right side just this tattered and shredded to hell sun faded American flag. But the Trump flag was new and pristine. And it's like,
Because
which
it's
one do
only
you
about a
really
year
care
old.
about?
Yeah. The Trump flags are in production for about 8 more months. Don't worry. And then even China and Bangladesh are going to be like, these don't sell anymore. But do you think, what's interesting? You know what I'm just considering? I think the Trump flag really is going to go, and the Trump hat is going to go the way of the swastika. It's like it's never forgotten. You're never going to forget it, but just the most despicable fucks still bring it out like 60 years later.
I feel bad
There's
for
going to be
anybody
Trump
where
fans in like 60 years, and there's going to be like 3 of them. And it's like, shut up. Shut
I
the
feel bad
fuck
for anybody
up.
that like produces red hats. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like a solid red, like St. Louis Cardinals hat or something. You see it from behind and you're like, fucking red hat.
It says STL. It says STL. Leave me
Yeah, you
alone.
come around to the front like ready to punch the motherfucker, and you're like, all right, we're good. We're good.
All right, we cool. I like some of those funny, like, there's a red hat with white text that says, made you look, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, that dude still gets like just knockout gamed like once a week just because people, most people aren't reading the hat. It's an icon.
They just see the white text from far away, and they're just like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to punch that guy. It's interesting. The people who are going to congratulate you for wearing a red hat with white text and the people who are going to punch you for wearing a red hat with white text both cannot read probably and have so much more in common than they think. If we could just get those people just hating the right animal, for instance, like bears. I genuinely believe we need a new like existential threat that isn't Mexicans, or whatever they think it is. It's the Mexicans are coming to take my job. It's like, no, a leopard is going to eat you this
What is
week.
it these days, though? It's fucking everything. Is it the Russians? Is it
I know.
Chinese? Is it Mexicans? Is it the Republicans? Is it the Democrats? Fucking, there's
It's
too
all of the
many. There's too
above.
many.
It's
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 not like the
literally all the
80s or
above.
something where we're just in the height of the Cold War. It's just like, yeah, the Russians.
I wonder what that must be like, because I'm generally, when I walk down the street, I'm not just afraid of a black dude in a hoodie. I'm afraid if he's like, what the fuck are you looking at? I'm like, oh shit, nothing. But if he just walks past me, what are you afraid of? He's just going to, even if he's going to murder someone, he's not murdering you. Leave him the fuck alone. Jesus. So what are you doing for your own mental well-being? What are you doing to feel better? Because this shit is claustrophobic.
Well, getting the fuck out of New York for one, trying to
Yeah. That was
talk
healthy.
about.
That made you feel better though, for real.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just like such an ordeal. Anytime, like, I mean, I have an amazing apartment in Brooklyn. I only live 2 blocks from walking like distance from Prospect Park, so I can
Oh
go to
yeah.
the park anytime I want. But it's still just like this whole ordeal of like, if I'm going to the park, say I want to ride a bike, it feels like such a process that I have to like grab my bike and go down the stairs and dodge all these people and then walk up to the park and then like
Yeah.
basically jump in queue with all the other people trying to ride their bikes and then
Yeah.
ride bikes along all beside all these other people, as opposed to just like walking out my front door on my bike and just taking off and like not
Right.
running into any people.
Yeah. Trying to avoid that one particle that's airborne. And it's such a mind game. Oh, it's so fucked up. So it
Yeah.
almost makes everyone an enemy, even like friendly strangers. It's like, I don't know what you're carrying or what you're about to breathe into my face, but I can't be your friend today. I'm sorry. Meet me at a better time down the road. You know, that's how I feel seeing people. I can't even just be like, hi, how are you? I'm just like, you know, strangers on the
Like,
sidewalk are just like, you know, could you please, you're about 2 feet from me. Could you scoot over?
I've had the fun, especially with all this like outdoor dining and stuff going on. One of my
Mm-hmm.
favorite things is to walk around and just like judge other people's patios because I'm 5'11", 6 foot in the right shoes. So
Just say 6
I
foot. You're
yeah, but
underselling.
it sounds funny that way, at least in my head. But I
I'm
like to imagine
5'12".
myself. I like to imagine myself like standing at one table, and if I just fall, will I hit the other table? If the
Right.
answer is yes, that shit's obviously not 6 feet apart.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No,
And I
I
think
love
that with
seeing.
everything too. But it's the cramped spaces here. It's so hard to be 6 feet away from a person.
Yeah. How can what? There's a 10,000 square foot room,
Like
6
in
foot radius.
like in my bodega downstairs, some of the aisles. Like if I stand up straight, I block the entire aisle. You can't scoot by me. That's how narrow everything is. So
Yeah.
like, you think we can be
You have to
6 feet
pass
apart?
them over your head or between your legs.
Yeah, we
Head
can't
on.
both be trying to get past at the same time.
Over or under? I'll go over. I'll go over. That's awesome. All right. So, last thing on the docket I have here, probably the most important thing we've talked about all night, would be Halo Infinity got delayed. Let's talk real shit. Let's get off
What a
this
trend!
goofy
What a
pop
transition!
culture bullshit. Let's talk real talk. Halo isn't coming out this year.
I mean, shit, dude, I'm so far behind on all that. Was it like
From
supposed to
what I
come out
understand,
on?
they said 2021, and they didn't even give like early or like December. They just said, you'll get it next year. I remember when we said 2020? Maybe we'll say 2022 next year. Well,
I
what
mean,
the fuck?
they're obviously waiting for it to drop with the new Xbox
Yeah,
console.
yeah.
Like that's like been Microsoft's move from the beginning. The new system comes out with a new Halo.
Yeah. But how do you feel about this server of an Xbox? What is that?
I don't give a shit. I'm a PC gamer.
Yeah, you're off. That's true. You're off Xbox. Damn. I don't know what the fuck I would do with that. It's so hot here. You need like nitrogen cooling to deal with that.
But I mean, they released Halo onto Steam recently, so I've been playing a little bit of that. They is the Master Chief Collection. They
Yeah,
put
but
that on the Steam.
can we cross play? That's all I want to know.
Of course not. How are they going to make money
No?
off of that?
Ugh. No, but we can cross play Rocket League. Do you have Rocket League?
Yeah. I've never played it, but I have it.
Duh.
Funny enough.
You're gonna hate it.
I mean, I know what it is. I own it for
Damn
some
it.
reason, but I've never played it.
I play it every day and I fucking hate it. But
I will
damn.
say though, if any game developer actively chooses to delay their game, as long as they give you good reasons, even if
Yeah,
they don't,
if
I
it's good.
I'm in full support of it
I am
because
too. Yeah.
they want the game to be good. They don't
Yeah,
want to rush
agreed.
and meet these deadlines. You know how many times Breath of Wild, Legend of Zelda was delayed, and
Yeah.
have you played the end product?
Mm-hmm.
The
It's
game's a
good.
fucking masterpiece. So
Right.
that's why
And instead
I'm
of just
perfectly
delaying it
okay
and be
with it.
like, here's the second half of the game for $15
Yeah,
DLC.
exactly.
Yeah. No, I
Here's all these
appreciate it.
bug updates because we fucked up on the launch.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No,
put
I
out a good
appreciate
game.
I'm not sitting here dying to play a new Halo. I've got like 11 to play, you know. I'm just like, God damn it, if this one isn't crossplay, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. And fuck PlayStation. That's never going to be crossplay. But the PC to Switch to Xbox is real. There's already 4 games or 5 games who do that.
You think Halo's going to come out on Switch?
No.
But PC and Xbox, yeah, absolutely.
But they play ball in terms of, you know, low frame rate shit.
Yeah, like Fortnite.
Switch. Yeah, man, I bought my Switch in the middle of the pandemic when it was sold out, like at an inflated price, and I haven't played it in like 8 months.
It's unfortunate, especially when I like go on vacation.
Yeah, see, that's what
travel.
it is. It's for vacation. I bought it like, oh my God, plane flights. Oh, I got Skyrim, just ready to go. I'm not going to be on a plane for the next 3 years. There's going to be a new Switch. That's frustrating.
I will say it's like, not that I entertain a crazy amount, especially recently, but like when it comes to like entertaining other people and being able to play with multiple people, nothing
party
beats a
game.
Nintendo.
Again, the reason I bought it being like, oh, this shit will be over in 2 weeks and I'm going to have so many Mario Kart parties. And now I'm inviting people that are like, you just want to play Mario Kart like socially distanced? And they're like, kill yourself, dude. All right.
With that.
It's rough. Okay, with that, do we have any more points? I've covered everything. Do you have any anything else you want to shout out? Anything you want to promote? Any restaurants or any people?
I don't know, man.
or cats?
I'm hopefully nah, they're in the other room now. I'm hopefully moving to Denver here in like October. So
oh yeah?
So I can't. So I'm not affiliated with anything, but you know, if somebody wants to check me out,
yeah, we'll put your Instagram at the bottom. Shout it out.
Yeah, there you go.
What is it?
At Code Red 111.
I'll put it at the bottom when I do the editing. If I do the editing. This is going in the recycling bin. I'm kidding.
We'll redo this tomorrow.
We'll redo this tomorrow. No, thank God you cut out earlier. I had to pee so fucking bad. Really gave me a break. All right, man. Well, good talking to you. Good seeing you. I haven't seen you forever.
Yeah, man. It's great to see you too.
Same funny guy I remember.
Trying to get out to LA whenever I can, especially once I'm in Denver. It'll be so much closer.
You got a fucking hot
once
room
we're in Denver,
come out in like January when you're in 3 feet of snow and it's 70 here. Okay, that's how you do vacation. You come out now.
Come out to Denver, man.
Right, exactly. Hey, when are you moving to Denver?
We're hoping for October, so very soon.
Next month? Oh shit! I'm going through Denver in November for I'm doing a cross-country road trip there and back again, a Hobbit's Tale. I'm going to through Denver all the way to South Carolina and then back through Austin back to LA. So
that's cool.
We'll have to hook up. I got some buddies in Denver. Yeah, you have to meet them. Some architect buddies. They're good guys.
That's awesome, yeah.
Good couple.
Well, if you need I don't know how set up will be or whatever, but I'm sure like there'll be a couch or something to crash on if you need it.
Oh yeah, no, we live with the air mattress life, you know. We'll bring it. It's in this room somewhere. Oh hell yeah, that'd be awesome. All right, well, and then hey, tell Troy to what? Get on Xbox. Can I get a hold of that, Dad? How weird is that? It's fucking weird, but respect to him for being able to sire a, what's the word?
Boy.
An heir.
A boy.
An heir. It's an heir. He's siring an heir. I'm not there yet. I'm having trouble breathing this hot air, so I'm gonna give it a minute.
I can't be a dad. I can't even breathe hot air.
Yeah. So it's 80 degrees. Chill out. I know. I'm still a baby myself, but no, I'll get over it. All right. Well, hey, Coady, great having you. Thanks for being on the pregame show. Let's finish our beers and let's go out Let's go out hoping it all gets a little brighter tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. Even though the hurricane's about to hit New York tomorrow.
I think it's 2 hurricanes.
Yes.
Brighter day tomorrow for everyone but the Gulf Coast. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. See you guys next week. Thank you, Coady, for being on.
Yeah.